pretty significant amount of HP. So I just want you to understand, like, in terms of carries, HP, and security, like this is what's going to help them out in lane, and
Yeah.
just not it's you're never going to see consistent results on Thresh if you aren't taking Relic.
Makes sense. I mean, hey, I've had a 60% win rate so far. Maybe I can get it up to 70.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I figured their cooldowns were around, so might as well finish the trade. Get some damage back. Lift.
So you see the issue, you see the issue here is if the jungler shows up like this, but only bot side, you're pretty much screwed because we're not 3 yet, right? And the wave's like frozen here. Yeah, the wave's completely frozen here. You're pretty much screwed if like Blitz flash power fist someone. So this is another reason targeting is very good. It allows you to force the lane because you don't want to get behind against a Caitlyn, otherwise because she just like completely out pressured you by herself if you like die to her in lane. So just like keeping things in mind like this, like Lee, like thankfully he's mid in this situation, but if he like makes his early rounds and see that you're pushed up, you can find yourself in some pretty bad situations simply because like your wave control isn't there entirely, and like Jinx is pretty much only doing it by herself, which is like really bad. Like, at the very least, you should be auto attacking these minions, just to make sure you can like shove out the wave. Like throwing out random hooks is like really awful too, and then this happens.
Yeah. I should have exhausted there. Would have prevented the kill.
I'm not too sure about that. Well, I guess you'd be like
heal, so I think it could have.
No, I think you're just like gonna play like a long chasing game this way, anyway. So necessarily.
Well, I mean, like Caitlyn only killed her because she got one auto. She was on a trap.
So fair enough.
So here, I want to be in range of experience. I do something stupid. I step out of the bush, so he just knows to zone me.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like you're like the amount of XP you miss there is very marginal. Like things like that don't actually matter.
Okay.
Like you miss what? 2 creeps? 2 creeps of XP. Like it's so irrelevant, especially since Jinx is always going to be behind from here on out.
Yeah.
She didn't even buy. Interesting.
This Jinx doesn't really end up being impactful throughout the game.
Well, she's already tilted.
Yeah. Also, as one of those players in Champ Select that says they'll ADC so other people won't, I don't really understand those players, but yeah.
So the mentality with those players is ADC is the second worst role to climb with, because no matter what the skill differential is, like you're going to lose in a large amount of your games because nobody else does anything to assist you in your victory. It's why champions like Ashe have a decent win rate, because they have initiation power as well as carry potential.
Yeah.
So these people basically say, I'm gonna bite the bullet here. I'm going to play carry at a decent level. All right, let me pause here to explain this to you. I'm gonna play carry at like a decent level, and as long as I like play well enough and I don't like screw over my team, I'll probably win because I'm not going to get caught like all these Vayne players that you see. So that's the mentality there, and it's the mentality that I've actually adopted recently because I understand it very well. Because it all started a couple weeks ago when I ran into a scripting Vayne, like legitimately scripting. She would dodge every single Jinx E and Morgana binding in lane, and I kind of just stood there and watched this all happen. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" And then she would like make these like really poor decisions. So despite having a script to cheat for her, she still made positional errors, and it was quite possibly the most bewildering thing I'd ever seen in my life. That you're this terrible at this game, that you're this bad at cheating. So that's just a little aside to help you understand why people say, "Oh, I'm gonna ADC so nobody else can like massively screw up the role."
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying that because my duo actually called ADC.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also that's sort of the cue. I don't trust anyone. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's fair. I don't really trust anyone either.
So you're doing it here again too. You really need to like when you know like Caitlyn's missing and stuff like this because she's obviously backing there, so you can't stay. Excuse me.
Yeah, push the wave.
Yeah, you need to shove this wave in.
Deny the CS to Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Give us free back.
And it would be a lot easier if you actually had Targan. Like it would just be like something you wouldn't have to keep track of. But since you have coin, it means you're just sticking around. You're kind of just staying around and doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like there's even an opportunity to try and roam here too.
Oh yeah, I could have. There were a couple points in this game where I just kind of like fiddle around doing nothing for a while.
Like your time is very precious on this champion, right? Like if you're not making the plays, there's a problem because your scaling is actually contrary to popular belief is very very low. You're going to be in the middle of the team fight every single fight. You're not gonna have as much gold as like most tanks, and on this patch tanks are very strong.
Yeah. Also, like there were a couple rounds in nerfs that like hit Thresh's base stats.
Yeah,
so
base
he
stats.
doesn't have very good base stats to begin with.
Exactly. So like your time is very precious on this champion, and so one of the reasons I tell people not to play the champion, and this will cause problems for you if we continue to climb, because you'll start to see the holes in the armor pretty much.
Yeah.
The champion has very strong playmaking potential. Don't get me wrong; I completely understand like the appeal of him and everything, but you're contrary to popular belief, your mid to late game is purely skill dependent, and there's no real form of scaling on the champion.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that Thresh is like this god mid to late game because you collect souls and stuff like that. It's just like in spite of that, you need quite a number of souls to actually start reaping the benefits from them from a relative scaling perspective.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever heard that actually, about Thresh being good late.
Well, no, it's just an inherent assumed thing because like mid to late game's all about picks. All right.
That was me. I don't know why I did that. Like Blitz is clearly there. I don't need to take that damage. And now, also, this is just me not knowing Caitlyn's ult damage.
Oh my goodness.
So I stay. I die. I didn't think that was gonna kill me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, still all summoners on both of us, so yeah. Also, I should know Caitlyn's damage for yeah.
Wow. That's pretty unreal. That was just like a pure outplay here. Like, I don't even blame her for dying. Wow. So, like, what happened here was the Caitlyn proceeds to net the zap, and she proceeds to net into Jinx, sidestepping the zap by like half a Teemo, and then completely destroys her because of it. It was just like, it was quite impressive, I have to say. And then you dying to ult is just, that's you having no armor because you're Thresh.
Yeah. Also, I am saving up money for armor quints because prior to this week I had 0.
Ooh.
Right now I'm at 2, and I actually have enough IP to buy a 3rd. I'm gonna do that before I forget. I can wait, actually. I'm sure you'll remind me.
Yeah, your win rate's going to quickly normalize out if you play at this rate.
Yeah, like I said, this is the worst game on Thresh I've had. Yeah. This was the champion that I did get to Plat 4 ranking / getting matched with Plat 2s and Plat 1s last season. But I think if I do want to play him, I should play him more consistently, because I seem to be making a lot of small timing errors. Like, there are some decision-making things too, but I need to get the timing right if I'm going to make plays on him. Yeah.
A for effort. Yeah, you're probably able to stay and shove out this wave if, no, you can't stay, even if you get really 2 target stacks, honestly.
Now at this point, I don't realize that my duo's going for Abyssal, so I was, I didn't realize my duo was going for Abyssal, so I expected him to have more damage.
Okay.
Yeah, he just didn't even feel like going for it since he knew he wouldn't have enough. Because he doesn't have blue buff there.
I don't think you win that 2v2 in any situation anyway, so...
Yeah, well, I was just hoping to blow up Lee and then go out before Diana did anything.
You're rather squishy in this situation, however.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I tried to get close.
Yeah, I understand. The Olaf pathing was absolute garbage there.
I felt so sad after